points to make it a two-score game. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone?
We'll figure that out right here.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. He finds Robinson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case, the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. In the red zone this time.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Bortles to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. It's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. This is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Sims. And they'll bring him down after and now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down, 8. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now Breeze. That's complete. The former basketball star, Rico gathers. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Easy.
Now they run with Sims down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Second down following the run. Again, they run with Sims. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 3 yards left to grab here on third down. To throw is Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Yeldon, the lone running back. He'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. He's back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So second and 10 here. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Breeze to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, good hurdle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Throwing is Bortles, surveying the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
He dropped that one, and it almost felt like he was disappointed he wasn't the primary receiver. Because we saw the guy scan the field, came to him on a check down, and running back's supposed to catch that one.
He's supposed to catch that one indeed.
Were his feelings hurt or something? I don't know what happened there.
And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there. Throwing is Bortles on third down. Oh, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now a handoff looking right. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Now Breeze. Flush to his right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown, and the game